Alright, let's get real for a second. Have you ever casually tossed a penny aside, thinking, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one tiny 1995 D Lincoln penny could be worth a mind-blowing $1.1 million? That's right. A single copper coin hiding in your change jar, car cup holder, or even stuck under your couch cushions might just be worth more than your car. Maybe even your house. Now, before you start flipping over every penny you own, let me walk you through what makes this specific coin so valuable, what to look for, and how to cash in big if you're lucky enough to find one. And trust me, stick around, because I've got a personal story that will make you double-check every penny from now on. Okay, so the 1995 D penny isn't just another Lincoln cent. It's got something special going on, something that makes coin collectors lose their minds. We're talking about a rare error and unique features that set it apart from the millions of other pennies minted that year. Minted in Denver, that's what the little d means under the date. Mostly made of copper-plated zinc. Millions were made, but only a handful have this crazy error, a double die obverse. Sounds fancy, right? It basically means the coin was struck twice, causing Lincoln's face and the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" to appear slightly doubled. It's like Lincoln had a little too much coffee that day and ended up with a shadow version of himself. Now, here's where things get fun. Not every 1995 D penny has this error, which is why the rare ones are worth big bucks. Normal ones? Still worth a penny. But if you find that clear doubling, you're looking at a life-changing payday. You might be thinking, okay, but is this actually worth $1 million? Absolutely. A few years ago, one of these bad boys showed up in pristine condition, graded at MS69, which is nearly flawless. It went up for auction, and collectors went wild. The final bid? $1.1 million. Imagine that. A penny, something people literally step over on the sidewalk, selling for over $1 million. That's like turning pocket change into a mansion, alright? So how do you know if you have the $1 million penny? Here's what to look for. Look closely at Lincoln's face, Liberty, and In God We Trust. If you see a slightly doubled effect, you might be onto something. Mint condition is key. If your penny looks like it's been run over by a truck, chances are it won't fetch top dollar. The shinier and newer it looks, the better. If you think you have the real deal, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you if you just struck gold, well, copper. The penny that got away. Now, let me tell you a little story about why I never ignore pennies anymore. A few years back, I was at a gas station and I got some change back, 2 quarters, a dime, and a couple of pennies. I barely even glanced at them and tossed them in my cup holder. Fast forward a few weeks, and I was scrolling through a coin forum. Yes, I'm that person, and I saw a post about the 1995 D double die penny. Something about it looked oddly familiar. I ran to my car, fished out the pennies, and boom. One of them had the doubling. I was hyped. I thought I had just hit the jackpot. But here's where it gets tragic. The coin had a huge scratch across Lincoln's face. It was basically like finding a winning lottery ticket that got left in your jeans and went through the wash. A coin dealer told me it was still worth something, but instead of $1.1 million, I got a whopping $200. Not bad, but let's just say I cried a little that day. That little coin in your pocket might just be worth more than your rent. The 1995 D penny is out there, and someone's going to find the next $1 million one. Why not you? If you love learning about rare coins and how to turn pocket change into serious cash, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop videos every week on hidden treasures in your wallet, the hottest coins at auction, and strategies to make money with coin collecting. Hey, coin lovers! Imagine this: you're digging through your pocket change, just looking for a quarter for the vending machine, and bam! You realize you've been holding onto a penny worth $1.2 million this whole time. That's not just a lucky find, that's life-changing money. So, before you spend your next penny, stick with me because today we're talking about the 2000 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that's worth a small fortune. We'll cover what makes it valuable, how to spot one, and why collectors are paying insane amounts for this rare coin. Plus, I've got a funny little story about how I almost spent a valuable coin without realizing it, so don't be like past me. Alright, let's dive in before someone unknowingly spends $1 million penny at a gas station. The story, the facts, and the strategy. The time I almost spent a valuable coin. So, quick story, before I got into coin collecting, I used to think old pennies were just, well, pennies. One day, I was at a coffee shop, paying for my usual caffeine fix, when an older guy behind me gasped. No joke, this man audibly gasped like I had just committed a federal crime. Turns out, I had dropped a 1992 Close AM penny, one of the rare ones, into the tip jar. He politely told me, "Hey, you might want to check that before you give it away." Sure enough, when I looked it up later, that little penny was worth thousands. Lesson learned. Always check your change. Now, let's talk about why the 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be your hidden treasure. What makes this penny worth $1.20 million? Not every 2000 Lincoln penny is special. Most are worth just 1 cent, but a rare few have something different, an error that makes collectors go wild. Normally, pennies from 2000 have a mint mark, like D4 Denver or P4 Philadelphia. But this one? No mint mark at all. That alone makes it rare, struck on the wrong planchet. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck on a different metal planchet, giving them a unique look. If the words Liberty or In God We Trust look doubled, congratulations, you might have hit the jackpot. These errors are what make collectors lose their minds and open their wallets. Now, let's say you've got a 2000 penny. What do you do next? Here's your 3-step game plan. You grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's zoom function. Check for doubling in the missing mint mark. Weigh it. A normal penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it might be a rare mint error. If you think you've got a winner, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and tell you its real market value. Trust me, spending a few bucks on grading could be the best investment of your life. The rarer the mistake, the more they'll pay. It's like having a misprinted baseball card, only this one's made of copper. This isn't a coin you'll find every day. It's so rare that when one pops up at an auction, people bid like crazy to own a piece of history. One of these bad boys sold for over $1 million recently, and the value is only going up as more collectors enter the game. Every single one. Because you never know when a regular old coin could be your golden ticket. And hey, if you found this video helpful or just enjoyed hearing about my near tragic coffee shop moment, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on finding coins worth money. I post weekly videos breaking down rare coins, valuable errors, and strategies to make the most of your collection. So don't miss out. Subscribe now, and let's go treasure hunting together. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins that can make you rich or at least get you excited enough to start digging through your couch cushions. Today, we're diving into a very special penny, the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny, which is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A penny. Worth more than a mansion, a luxury car collection, and probably everything in your neighbor's garage combined. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably tossed thousands of pennies aside over the years. Maybe you've even muttered, "Ugh, why do these even exist?" Well, today, you might just regret every single one of those moments, because one of those plain old pennies could actually be the golden ticket. Stick around because I'm going to break down why this 1980 penny is worth so much, what to look for, and most importantly, how you can find one. And if you do, let's just say you might want to start drafting your "I quit" email to your boss, alright? First things first, how does a tiny copper coin turn into a millionaire's dream? Simple: rarity, errors, and demand. The 1980 Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark back then. Most of these pennies are worth exactly 1 cent, which, let's be honest, is exactly how most of us treat them. But there's a tiny percentage of these coins that have a rare minting error that makes collectors go absolutely bonkers. One of the biggest factors driving up the value of this penny is the doubled die error. Basically, when the coin was struck, the design shifted slightly, causing a duplication effect on elements like Lincoln's profile, the date, or the lettering. If you look at Liberty or In God We Trust and notice a shadowy, doubled effect, bingo! You might be staring at a 6-figure coin. Because it was the 1980s, people weren't exactly hoarding pennies like rare treasure. So most of these error coins went into circulation, meaning they could be sitting anywhere right now: your piggy bank, your car's cup holder, or even in that one drawer in your house filled with random batteries, paper clips, and rubber bands. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I found a 1980 penny while cleaning out my old junk drawer. I glanced at it, thought, just another penny, and tossed it into the nearest tip jar at a coffee shop. Big mistake. Fast forward a couple of months, I learned about the rare 1980 penny and felt my stomach drop. I went back to that coffee shop, hoping, praying, that maybe, just maybe, it was still in the jar. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. For all I know, some lucky barista unknowingly walked away with $1 million penny in their pocket. Okay, so now that I've thoroughly terrified you into checking your pennies, let's go over how to spot this rare coin. Obviously, it needs to say 1980 with no mint mark underneath it. Look closely at the lettering in Lincoln's face. If you see any doubling, especially around the words Liberty or In God We Trust, you might have a double die error. Flip it over, check the word 1 cent on the back. Sometimes errors appear there too. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope. The best way to verify small errors is to zoom in and get a clear look at the details. Weigh the coin. Some rare variations of the 1980 penny were mistakenly struck on pre-1982 copper planchets, meaning they weigh 3.1 grams instead of 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier, it could be worth a fortune. Do you just run to the bank and say, "Hey, give me $1 million for this penny"? Unfortunately, no. Banks won't care. But collectors? Collectors will break out their wallets faster than you can say rare coin. One of the best places for rare coin auctions. Get your coin authenticated so you can prove its value. eBay, believe it or not, some rare coins sell for crazy amounts here. Some dealers will pay top dollar for the right find, and hey, if you do find a 1980 no mint mark, drinks are on you. There are plenty of other valuable pennies out there, worth over $1 million. Sells for thousands, also worth serious cash. You never know when you're holding a fortune in your pocket. If you've made it this far, congratulations, you now know way more about pennies than the average person. And who knows? Maybe this video just helped you realize you've got a hidden treasure sitting in your piggy bank right now. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about more coins that could make you rich. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're about to start checking your loose change like it's the lottery. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this: you're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you stumble upon a penny worth a whopping $1.4 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare Lincoln pennies that have fetched jaw-dropping prices. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this treasure hunt together. Let's kick things off with one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the 1943 copper Lincoln penny. During World War II, copper was essential for the war effort, so the U.S. Mint switched to zinc-coated steel pennies. However, a few copper blanks managed to sneak into the presses, resulting in these rare gems. One such penny fetched over $1 million at auction. Next up, we have the 1909 SVDB penny. This coin marked the debut of the Lincoln cent, and the initials of its designer, Victor David Brenner, VDB, appeared prominently on the reverse. Due to controversy, the initials were quickly removed, making the 1909 SVDB pennies highly coveted by collectors. High-grade specimens have been known to surpass $100,000 in value. Well, the 1955 doubled die penny might make you think you have. Due to a misalignment during the minting process, the date and inscriptions appear noticeably doubled. This error has turned a humble penny into a coin worth over $50,000 for well-preserved examples. Speaking of doubling, the 1969's doubled die penny is another treasure to watch for. With prominent doubling on the obverse inscriptions, this coin has fetched prices exceeding $35,000 at auctions. In 1983, the U.S. Mint transitioned from copper to zinc cores for pennies. However, a few bronze planchets, coin blanks, were mistakenly used, resulting in the rare 1983 D bronze penny. These errors are incredibly scarce, and coins in pristine condition have sold for around $1,400. So, the next time you're about to toss that penny into a jar, take a closer look. It might just be a hidden fortune. Coin collecting is like a thrilling treasure hunt, and who knows? You might be sitting on a goldmine without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community for more tips, stories, and strategies on coins worth money. Happy hunting, and may your pockets be filled with priceless pennies. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about rare coins that could make you rich. Today, we're diving into a penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Yep, you heard that right. It's the 1993 D Lincoln penny, and if you've got one hiding in your pocket change, you might be sitting on a fortune. It's just a penny. How can a penny be worth over $1 million? Well, my friends, this isn't just any penny. this little copper beauty has a secret, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own change. So grab your coin jar, take a seat, and let's uncover the mystery of the 1993D penny that could change your life. Alright, so let's start with the basics. The 1993D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, which means you'll see a little D mint mark right below the date on the obverse, or front, of the coin. Millions of these were made, so why is one specific penny worth a mind-blowing $1.50 million? Well, the secret lies in a rare minting error. This particular penny was struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard zinc-coated planchet used in 1993. For those who don't speak CoinGeek fluently, a planchet is just the metal blank that gets stamped into a coin. And now, this is where things get interesting. In 1982, the US Mint stopped using solid copper for pennies and switched to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper coating. But somehow, in 1993, an old-style bronze blank got mixed in at the Denver Mint. That tiny mistake? It made this coin a millionaire's dream. But don't worry, I got you. Here's what to check if your 1993 penny doesn't have a mint mark. It's from Philadelphia, and this rare error doesn't apply. A regular 1993 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. But the rare bronze version weighs around 3.1 grams. Zinc pennies are slightly magnetic, but a real copper or bronze penny won't stick to a magnet. It's a quick trick to rule out fake stuff. If you find a 1993D penny that seems heavier than normal, stop everything. That's your sign to get it authenticated. And now, let's talk about the record-breaking sale. One of these rare 1993D pennies was found and authenticated by a top coin grading service. It went to auction and was snatched up by a private collector for a whopping $1.50 million. Can you imagine being the person who found that penny? I bet they were just digging through some spare change, looking for a vending machine snack, and bam, instant millionaire. I don't know about you, but that makes me want to check every single penny I see from now on. And now, I have a little story for you. A few years back, I was at a gas station, and the cashier gave me some pennies in change. I'm usually the person who just shoves them in my pocket without thinking twice. But this time, something made me look. One of them looked different. The color was slightly off, and it had that nice, rich copper tone instead of the usual dull zinc look. My heart started racing. Could it be one of the rare ones? Long story short, I took it home, weighed it, and it was just a regular 1983 penny. But hey, that moment of excitement? Totally worth it. And it taught me a valuable lesson: always check your change. Because you never know when you might stumble upon a coin that could change your life. So, now that you know about the rare 1993D Lincoln penny worth $1.5 million, what's the first thing you're gonna do? Check your pockets? Dump out that old coin jar? I don't blame you, and listen, if you found this video helpful, or at least mildly entertaining, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got tons of videos on rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket, waiting to make you rich. And if you do find a 1993D bronze penny, don't forget to invite me to your millionaire party. Just saying. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever tossed a penny aside thinking, it's just a penny, then stop right there. Because today, we're talking about a 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that's worth a mind-blowing $1.6 million. That's right, 1 single cent could make you a millionaire. I know what you're thinking: how in the world can a modern penny be worth that much? Well, stick around because I'm breaking down exactly why this coin is so valuable, how to check if you have one, and what to do if you strike gold, or in this case, copper. And hey, before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on valuable coin tips that could literally change your life. Alright, let's get into it. So, let's get to the $1 million, or should I say $1.6 million question. Why is this penny so special? Most 2001 pennies were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, which means they either have a small P or D mint mark. But this rare error penny has no mint mark at all, and that's where the magic happens. And now, let me tell you a little story. A few months ago, I was digging through my old coin jar, that same jar we all have, filled with pennies, loose change, and that one random arcade token you keep for no reason. Anyway, I was sorting through them when I saw a 2001 penny with no mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. I thought, could this be it? Am I about to quit my job and buy a yacht? It wasn't. Just a regular penny. But someone out there found the real deal and it sold at auction for $1.60 million. This 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is valuable for a few key reasons. The US Mint mistakenly released a batch of pennies without the mint mark. These errors are super rare, and collectors go crazy for them. The penny that sold for $1.6 million was in near-perfect condition. Coins graded MS68 or higher, basically flawless, are worth the big bucks collector demand. Coin collectors love unique finds. The rarer the coin, the more they're willing to pay. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to own $1 million penny? How do you know if you're sitting on a gold mine? Here's what to do: dig through your couch cushions, check that jar of loose change, and call your grandma. She probably has a whole stash of old coins. If your penny has a P or D, sorry, it's just a regular penny. But if there's no mint mark at all, you might be in luck. If your penny is shiny, scratch-free, and looks fresh out of the mint, it could be worth grading. Take it to a professional coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll determine its true value. What to do if you have one? So let's say you check your penny, and boom, it has no mint mark. First of all, congratulations. Second, don't sell it to just anyone. Take these steps: a professional grading service will authenticate it and give it a proper value. Places like heritage auctions or Stacksbowers are where serious collectors bid big money. If someone offers you $10,000 on the spot, don't just take it. Remember, one of these sold for $1.60 million. Conclusion: one little 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny could change your life. Next time you get a penny in your change, don't just throw it in the tip jar, take a closer look. If you learned something new today, smash that like button and let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? And of course, if you want more tips on rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You ever check your pockets, find a penny, and just toss it aside like it's worthless? Well, let me tell you something: you might be throwing away a fortune. That's right, today we're talking about a 2017 D Lincoln penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yeah, you heard me right. A single penny that could literally buy you a mansion, a sports car, or, 1.7 million items from the dollar store, before taxes, of course. Now, before you go flipping over every penny in your house, let me break it all down for you: what makes this particular penny so valuable, how to spot it, and what you should do if you're lucky enough to find one. And stick around till the end, because I'm going to share a personal story about a time I almost threw away a rare coin. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. What makes this penny so special? The 2017 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. Now, millions of these were made, but there's something incredibly rare about a few of them. And that, my friends, is what collectors are going crazy for. And now, this isn't just your everyday pocket change. This particular penny is valuable due to a rare minting error. Yep, that tiny little mistake that the US Mint probably didn't even notice at the time. Well, turns out, that mistake is now worth millions. If the coin's design looks slightly off-center, that's a clue. If Lincoln's face or the lettering appears doubled, you could be looking at a jackpot. This happens when a coin is struck on the wrong type of metal. Some of these 2017 D pennies were mistakenly made on a blank meant for a dime, making them thinner and slightly different in color. Some of these were accidentally struck on leftover copper planchets, making them different from the standard zinc ones. And let's be real, the US Mint has made quite a few oopsies over the years. But these little mistakes are why some lucky people are now millionaires from a single penny. You don't have to go digging through ancient treasure chests to find this coin, it could be hiding in plain sight. Here are the best places to check. Yep, that random pile of pennies in your car cup holder? Start there. That dusty old jar sitting on top of your fridge could be holding a fortune. Go to the bank, grab a few rolls of pennies, and start hunting. Sometimes, people unknowingly sell rare coins for face value. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a valuable coin. A few years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic. We found an old piggy bank, and I was just mindlessly dumping the coins into a bag. Suddenly, my cousin, who's a total coin nerd, snatched one out of my hand and yelled, "Wait! That could be worth money." Turns out, it was a rare wheat penny from 1943, made of steel instead of copper. We had it checked out, and while it wasn't worth millions, it did sell for a few $100. Moral of the story? Always check your coins before you toss them aside. You never know what treasure you might be holding, so if you've got a 2017 D Lincoln penny sitting in your change jar, check it ASAP. You could be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it. And if you do find one, get it professionally appraised, because $1.7 million is nothing to play around with. Before you go, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more tips about valuable coins. I've got plenty more hidden gem coins to talk about, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on a potential goldmine sitting right in your pocket. Now go check your change, and if you find $1 million penny, don't forget who told you about it first. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins that could change your life, literally. Imagine finding a single penny in your pocket that could buy you a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even a house. Sounds crazy, right? Well, today, we're diving into the legendary 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that is sold for a jaw-dropping $1.80 million. Before you rush to check your piggy bank, stick around because I'll tell you exactly what makes this penny so special, how you can spot one, and why people are paying insane amounts of money for it. And trust me, you're gonna want to hear my wild story about almost tossing away a valuable coin, lesson learned the hard way. So, you might be wondering, why the heck is this penny worth more than a Lamborghini? Good question. Let's break it down at first. In 1967, the US Mint didn't use mint marks on pennies. This was part of a government effort to reduce coin hoarding. So, every penny minted that year naturally lacks a mint mark, which means the no mint mark part isn't actually what makes it valuable. Instead, what sets this coin apart is a rare error. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck on a silver planchet, blank disc, making them completely unique. Normally, pennies from this era were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But a few rare 1967 pennies ended up on leftover silver blanks meant for dimes. Whoops. And that little whoops is now worth nearly $2 million. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, wait, do I have one of these? Well, here's how you check. A regular 1967 penny weighs 3.11 grams, but the rare silver version weighs about 2.5 grams. Grab a digital scale and check. A normal penny has that brownish copper look, but a silver-struck penny? It's lighter, almost like a dime. If it shines differently than your other pennies, you might be onto something. This is an old collector's trick. Copper is not magnetic, but silver has slight magnetic properties. If your 1967 penny moves even a tiny bit toward a strong magnet, you might have something valuable. Drop it on a hard surface. A silver coin makes a higher pitched ping sound, while a copper penny makes a duller clunk. If you find one, don't clean it. Even a tiny scratch can drop the value from $1.8 million to a couple of bucks. Coin collectors like their finds in original condition. The time I almost tossed away a rare penny. Now, let me tell you how I learned to always check my spare change. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my car and found a random old penny in the cup holder. It looked kinda shiny, but I didn't think much of it. I almost threw it into one of those take a penny, leave a penny trays at a gas station, but something told me, hold on, check it first. So I did. And guess what? It turned out to be a 1970s small date penny worth over $3,000. I was literally seconds away from giving it away for free. Check your coins, people. You never know when you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. The 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could turn you into a millionaire overnight. If you've got old pennies lying around, go grab a magnifying glass and start inspecting. And hey, if you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, collecting strategies, and hidden treasures you might have sitting in a jar at home. Also, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories.